Whether you're setting up your little one's nursery in preparation for their arrival, or perhaps you've got them at home and you want to ensure that you're best set up for sleep. There are so many different things you might be considering, whether it's the mobile hanging over the bed, the white noise machine, or perhaps even whether or not you need curtains in the room. I know that there are so many different factors, and as always, Chris has incredible practical tips on how to ensure your little one is getting the best possible sleep. So Chris, I'd love for you to first of all tell us, what is the optimum sleeping environment?
So the optimum sleeping environment is calm, cool and quiet. So that's the premises of sleep. And we get a very mixed message because we think these babies are really mobile and they're out and about. It's all going to be, you know, whiz bang, and we're going to shorten their sleep in the day and they'll lengthen their sleep at night at a young age. But all we end up with is a very overtired baby.
Yeah.
So it is a big adjustment to parenting, and in the first 3 weeks, a baby will sleep anywhere and in anything.
Yeah.
And so we sort of get this confidence that that's what's going to happen. But as you and I both know, babies change frequently and often, and they need the right environment in order to be able to sleep.
Yes.
Okay, and I think if you looked at anybody in a professional sense, their suggestion for teach a baby to sleep is not go for a walk.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's this, it's sort of this mixed message. In the early months of bringing a baby home, to get them to sleep well, they need to be in the right sleep environment. And this starts to occur from about 3 to 4 weeks. So just like you and I, if we were going to have a sleep in the day, we'd take ourselves off to our room, we would dim the room by shutting our curtains or blinds, we'd quieten the space by maybe shutting the door, we'd get into our side of the bed, we'd snuggle in, we'd go to sleep. And so it's a learned ability to be able to do that. But if it's Sunday afternoon and I drift off to sleep in the lounge, or on the lounge, watching telly, the things that will wake me up out of that is the light, the noise, the movement around me. Yeah. So a door banging, a dog barking, a car going past.
It's usually like a 20-minute nap.
Yeah, that's right. And it's light and it's refreshing, but it's not asleep.
Yeah.
In the young baby under 3 months, they need to sleep. As they get older, they don't need as much sleep, but they will still need some sleeps in their day, and then they'll have some naps. So our freedom opens up after 3 months of age. The environment plays a big factor. So the environment needs to be calm, cool and quiet. And this is where it gets a bit all over the place. So a lot of babies I see go into a completely blackened room, and that's really dark, and that can be really confronting from a baby who's come from a light experience into a darkened experience. So the idea would be that your room goes from a light room to a dimmed room, where you've taken all bright light out of the room. Okay, I would call it grey light. I can see things in the room, but I can't actually define what those things are in the room. So I can find the baby, he's over there, but I can't actually see his eyes when I get near him. So that's a dim room. Take him into the room, change, check the nappy, put him into swaddle sleeping bag, and then give him a cuddle. Pop him down, walk out, dim the room, draw the blinds, shut the door. And this creates the environment that is more conducive to sleep than, say, noise, movement, light, truck going past because I've gone for a walk in the pram. Yeah. So they will be the naps, the walk in the pram, in the car going for a visit, that type of thing. They're the naps. But when we want them to sleep, we need to create that environment. Once we've created the environment, it can be replicated anywhere, and that environment will be the same. So we're looking for quiet environment, dim lighting or dim environment. The mobile, which is our common baby thing that we buy, better used, very cute, better used over a changing area than over a cot, because that could become stimulating to the baby as they get older. So thinking about where you place things in the room is also important.
Yeah. And what about things like, I know a lot of people ask about, you know, having the really loud white noise machine going to make sure, or the husband's not allowed to be in the house making noise at the same time. I mean, how much muffling of that background noise do we need?
Just shut in the door.
Yeah.
Not a lot. So we should really get the house to just flow as it normally would flow. And our noise becomes background noise.
Right.
And that background noise is what is the gentle hum that keeps the baby asleep. This is the society of many gadgets.
Yes.
There's a lot of gadgets for babies in every aspect, but actually the most simplistic thing usually works. So a soft sound, probably no louder than a fan in a room in summertime, is probably all a baby may need if there maybe is other children around that could create that really sudden sound.
Startling, like a ball against the wall.
Yeah, ball against the wall, a scream, a drop of something on the wooden floor. That soft fan sound would be all that's needed. But what I see is a lot of really loud noise, and I suspect that's what wakes babies. That the soft sound is what sustains their sleep in a noisy environment. But if it was your first baby, I would say no white noise.
No. And I think something that I have noticed, and I see a lot of questions around there, is about that whole day-night thing with a new baby. They get so worried that we need to make sure the baby's out and about in the day so that it knows that it's going to sleep better at night time when it's dark.
All you're doing is overstimulating the baby. So going for a gentle walk once a day is never going to hurt a baby.
Yeah.
But going for a walk all the time
For sleep.
is only going to get their sleep shorter, and you have to do more to sustain their sleep.
And those shorter sleeps doesn't mean it's going to sleep better overnight.
Another fallacy.
Yeah.
So decreasing their sleep in the day is only going to make them more overtired. So having an understanding of an appropriate amount of sleep in a day for a baby at a certain age is also really important.
Yeah, thank you. And I love what you say. I feel like, having that environment set up in the right way, that will be a cue enough for them to know that this is where I'm sleeping, this is time for sleep. And I can vouch for third time around, that baby has no choice. It knows that it's sleep time the minute that you take them into that environment. So always love your practical tips, Chris, and that's exactly why we created this expert series. This isn't about going into the details and the science behind sleep, because we know at the end of the day, you've got this precious little baby at home. You need practical tips that are going to help you get through each and every stage, and babies are changing all the time. So stay confident and just enjoy the process. So thank you, Chris.
Thank you.